Back TV presents Live to You in America, communicating through programs and services to inform, educate, enlighten, and enrich the entire world.
Hello, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we want to say welcome you for tuning in for Real Time with AB on Back TV live and stream. We are here at the studio once again. And we want to say we appreciate you for all the support that you've been giving us throughout this episode, talking about the youth and the young adults, how we can improve on them, how we can make them a better person, how we can well educate them so that they can be a generous and a better people. And therefore, we are here at the studio once again this evening, and we are still dealing with the youth and the young adults, which is a very, very broad topic we've been dealing with. And every day, we try to find out what are the things, the synopsis of the things of the children, what they go through, the emotional pain, the stress, all the distress in their life. And we still have a lot to talk about when it comes to the youth. And therefore, tonight, we have come all the way to your home, your office, wherever you are watching us from. Don't go nowhere, because we are going straight to the point again today to talk about the youth and the young adults. And I'm very, very privileged once again to have in the studio with me Evangelist Beatrice Abuaji. So stay tuned and don't go nowhere. Please share the video. We're on Back TV Live on Facebook, on YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube and share the video. Invite someone to be part of this discussion for tonight. Stay tuned and we'll be right back.
Something big is coming soon to a screen near you. Real Time with AB, coming soon to Back TV and live stream. Streaming live on Facebook, Believers Temple of Praise. Only real recognizes real.
Thank you for staying tuned with us tonight. It's a privilege to come all the way to your home, wherever you are, your office. You might be, sitting and enjoying your moment of time at this moment. And I want you to tune in to watch us live as we still dealing with the topic of how to bring up the youth and the young adults of this 21st century. It is a big issue. We see them on the street, idle, doing their own thing. I mean, we started with where are the parents, what are the things that the parents are not doing to see these kids being left idle and they're doing their own thing. Some of the challenges they face at home, some of the emotional pains and things that they go through. Is it the fault of the parents, or is it something that the children are disobedient? That is the reason why they doing what they are doing on their own. And it has been a very, very privilege having my guest in the studio, Evangelist Beatrice Abuaji, and she has been with me when we started this program, and we've gone through a lot because she is someone who actually dealing with the youth. She has a passion and calling the ministry for taking care of the youth, and she has a lot of experience dealing with them. And therefore, it is my honor again to have in the studio with me Evangelist Beatrice Abuaji. You're welcome.
Hello, Amy.
Thank you. Evangelist is the visionary of YAMI, Youth Ablaze Ministry International, and she's doing a marvelous job. She's been traveling, going around, bringing the youth together, supporting them, feeding them with clothing, and I mean, you name it. And she's doing a marvelous job. We've shown some couple of clips on our episodes, and you can tell how she's bringing an impact into the youth and the young adults. And it has been a blessing, and we thank God for her life. And tonight we are here again, and we're going to be talking still about the youth and the young adult of this 21st century. And Evangelist is here with me, as always. And, I will go straight to the point. Once again, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Good.
The
good.
weather is good, so don't feel like you have cold.
The weather is good, right? Well, it looks like, but I'll be okay.
You sound like you have cold.
I think I need some ginger tea. That's what I need, just to
Okay.
clear up my throat.
Next
and,
time I'll bring you ginger tea.
I need something warm to clear up my throat.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
it's fatigue.
We'll tell
Yeah.
the director to make sure he brings something for you.
Yeah, it's just fatigue, you know.
Sorry about
Yeah,
that.
it's fatigue. So we thank God. We thank God for your life.
Thank you.
Once again, being with us at the studio. God richly bless you.
Thank you.
For doing your marvelous and a great way that you're doing and bringing impact into the youth and the young adults.
Yes.
You are doing very, very wonderful. I know we've had a lot of discussions. We've gone through so many topics of talking about the youth and young adult. We have some of them here at the studio telling us their experiences they've had at home with their parents, and some of them also the experiences they have when they are out there, and some of the things that they see as an adventurous that makes them to be what they make them to see themselves where they found themselves.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's the society, the community, the schools, the friends, and the people they associate themselves with. These are some of the things they see, and they try to be like them.
Right.
And these are some of the things that lead some of them into a place where they don't want to find themselves.
Right.
And I realized that one of the things in this 21st century is that most of the things that are going on, which is the negativity things when coming to the youth and the young adults, you know, most of them are the youth.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking about dealing with drugs,
Yeah.
you know, smuggling and all those things,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
I realize that most of them are the youth.
Yeah.
And sometimes you don't know why is the youth. Is it the parents that are sending them to go and do it? I mean, we had a discussion about that, you know. But right now, today, I want us to talk more deeper. I want us to talk more deeper. Is this because they are lacking affection at home? Is it because they are lacking affection? They are not being loved at home. Is that the reason why we see the young adults on the street doing what they are doing?
You know, I was thinking about this same question ever since we started the program.
Okay.
I've been thinking about it. What made them do what they are doing? Even though we talk about peer pressure and, you know, media and all those things.
Right.
But then again, I ask myself, is it because of love? Because I was reading a book and it was saying that when the children do not get love and affection at home, they tend to go out to look for the kind of love.
Okay.
So I would say partially it may be a cause. Because remember we talk about how parents, we are always busy and we don't have time
Exactly.
for the children.
Right.
And then also I noticed that children always want attention from their parents. They always want their parents to be around them. I watched a video where the lady was so frustrated talking to a man. He was, I think, inspirational speaker. He was telling him how he's so tired of his son. And he was asking him, do you embrace your son? Do you hug your son? Do you have time to listen to your son and ask him what he wants? You know, after asking all those questions, the mom realized that he has been making a big mistake. So partially, I would say, I believe lack of love and affection can be a cause for them to leave the home. Because you know what? Since I started doing youth and young adult program, come to realize that the young adults, they need more love than even little kids.
You know, I did a study of when we're talking about affection, and mostly I realize it's more of women. They call it skin to skin.
Right, right.
Skin to skin, like when a baby is born.
Right.
The way the mother relates to the
Yes.
baby
Yes.
relieve them from emotional,
Stress.
mental stress.
Yeah.
So they call it skin to skin.
Right.
You know, so is it because maybe those things were not from the beginning, or is it because there is actual problem? That is why they were doing what they were doing.
In fact, from what I've been studying, psychologically, I think the parents, we are most of the time we are part of the children leaving home, from what I've been studying.
Okay,
Because for what you are saying, it starts from there,
right.
skin to skin.
Skin to skin, yeah.
They become so attached to you. And then gradually, you begin to draw away from them. And so from the infancy, they start lacking that kind of affection. And then they begin to think, my mother doesn't love me anymore, my father don't love me anymore. And remember I told you one time, a friend's son told him, Daddy, you don't care about us. You don't care about me. They don't understand. They think you're supposed to be with them all the time. So as hard or as harder as it is, I've come to realize that even the love that we have been giving to our children is not even enough.
You know, talking about this love thing with the kids, seeing them not having enough affection and they feel that they are not being loved. They don't experience the love as a parental love from their parents. I've seen in a situation where some of the parents have so much influence on their kids to the extent that even as far as they are, by means of just giving them what they want,
What do you want?
the kids also feel that their mother loved them. Do you think that is the real actual love the kids want, or they want to see their mother physically with them and be there with them?
To me, it's not the things you give to the child. It's basically how you relate to the child. And I've noticed that even to show love and affection to the child is like not like calling them and, make sure you tell the child like you love them every day. Like you have to make it a priority of showing love to the child every day, not buying stuff. You can buy whatever you want to buy and put them in a room and leave.
So will the distance make a difference? Even though if
Yes.
phone calls to phone call, you say, I love you.
Yes.
I love you, my daughter.
Yes.
My son, I love you.
Yes.
And without me being there physically, and I'm providing everything for them, is that?
It makes a lot of difference.
It makes a lot of difference.
As a mother
Yes.
that have children, I will tell you it makes a lot of difference.
Tell me.
Okay. My son was in Ghana, right?
Right.
And because of America problem, you know what I mean, I was not able to go see him.
Okay.
But I was sending him everything. But every day, all he's saying, you don't love me, you don't love me, you don't love me, you don't love me. So as soon as I got what it takes for me to personally go and visit him, I surprised him. And to be honest with you, it was like heaven to him. My person, being there. And since then, I've been going to Ghana every 4, 5, or 6 months. Even now, I'm getting ready to go.
Right.
you know, just to make him feel me.
So distance play a role and a key factor when it comes to the love of affection of the kids or the young adult of the children.
They always want you around.
So they want to see you present. They want to see your presence, but not because we are far away. You can just call, oh, mommy, daddy, I need money. You send it to them. Can you buy me this? You send the money to them. They buy it. This is what I want. Mommy will buy, daddy will buy. And then you think that it is so enough for the kid to say, oh, mommy loves us. Because I've come to a situation where I see that most kids are getting what they want. And by their parents not being around and calling them, make them feel that
they don't care.
You know?
They still think you don't really care. Sometimes the material things cannot replace the kind of affection or the kind of love they are looking for, or they are, you know, expecting you. I have one young adult telling me that she doesn't have affection for her mother because her mother gave birth to her when she was old, and her older sister raised her. So when she sees her mother, she doesn't regard the mother as a mother. The older sister, and I have the same thing. I took my younger brother from my mother at the age of 7 months, and raised him. I think almost university, that's when he realized that I'm not his real mother. And he has more, I would say, he has more affection for me. He calls me mom.
Okay.
Yeah, so to be very honest with you, I believe, you know, closer, when you get closer.
So in the other way, this is why the young adult and the youth are on the street.
Yes.
Because there is no parental monitoring.
No.
There's no parental guidance.
Yes.
As far where you are, you still need to be there to check on your children.
Yes.
To monitor, supervise them,
Yes.
watch them to see what they're doing.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, I'm looking at this situation, even though no matter what you spend and give it to them, yesterday you don't know you don't know what they're doing. Because your presence is missing.
Yeah.
And once your presence is missing, they can tell you whatever they want to tell you. And they can tell you, Daddy, I love you, Mommy, I love you. But then again, you can also believe them, but then again, you don't know what they are telling you is the truth.
Is the truth. And then also you can be home with them and they don't see you. So that one too, if you don't take care, you can be in the same home with them, but you won't get they won't get the kind of affection or love that they are looking for. And that's why they want to go out there and see if they can find what they are looking for outside.
So this is where the social media and the television and everything is raising our kids for us.
Yes.
Because our presence is missing. If you just join us, we are live here on Back TV, Real Time with AB. I have here with me at the studio Evangelist Beatrice Abuaji, who is the visionary of YAMI, which is Youth Ablaze Ministry International. We are talking about what are the things that affect the children, the youth and the young adults, for them to be on the streets, idle and doing things on their own. Is it because they don't have the affection at home? They don't have the love at home? So if you just join us, please share the video, subscribe us on YouTube Back TV. Be part of this, share your views, share your comments. Tell us what are the things that as a parent or as a guardian we can do, because we're trying as much as that to bring the youth out of the street. And like I said the last episode, in the studio here, we're going to be having a youth program for them coming up this summer.
Yes.
We're going to have a youth program for them coming up summer. And we want to bring all the youth together, because there have to be a lot of productivity, activity that can get them involved in certain things, because some of the things that the parents are not able to offer to them, I think somebody like you that have passion for the youth, we can bring some activities that can get them very busy instead of seeing themselves on the street. So if you just join us, this is the topic we are discussing now. Please don't go nowhere, share the video, and we'll be right back.
Fulfilling destiny depends on the choice you make in life. Make a choice today. Join Destiny Impact Worldwide Inc. Watch Impact Hour on Back TV and live stream this Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hosted by Dr. Harriet J. And your life will never be the same. Destiny Impact Worldwide Inc. Shaping lives to fulfill purpose.
Thank you for staying in tune with us. We are back again. I'm here with Evangelist Beatrice, talking about the youth, the lack of affection that causes them to, lack of affection from parents, and that causes the children to be, the youth and the young adult to be on the street. Some are doing what is not necessary. I see most of them leading them into juvenile detention centers. Some of them are being on the street without no parental guidance and no supervision upon them. And sometimes I even wonder at certain time of the night, what is this child doing outside on the street? Sometimes it's a question to ask. You ask, where are the parents?
Yeah.
You know, where are the parents? Does the child have a mother? Does the child have a father? Who is taking care of this child? Where at this time of the night, 12 midnight, you see 7-year-old child, 8-year-old child, 10-year-old child on the street with their friends sitting down. And sometimes these are the things that lead them into smoking and drinking and alcoholism and all those stuff. And by the time, you know, you realize it leads them to something else. Yeah, then you find yourself that you as a mother, as a father, you've made a terrible mistake without being there for them. Now you have to now go through a lot of stress, depression, to be able to now bring your child and raise your child the way, you know, you want it. But then again, if you have started from the initial stage, it would have been so much easier for them. So what are they doing this because they don't have parental love at home? So you can share your view with us, share your thoughts, share your comments on Facebook Live, Back TV. Go like the page, subscribe on YouTube, and we are there. So, Evangelist, my next question to you, what are the cause of effects for these children feeling unloved? What are the effects?
Okay. First of all, I would say that some of the kids, they watch their parents doing certain things and they imitate or they learn from their parents.
Okay.
You know, when you study child education, they said that the parents are supposed to be mentor. Parents are supposed to be mentor in such that whatever you do at home, your parents, your children copy.
They see what you're doing and they learn from it.
I remember when I was doing cosmetology, every time I come home and I'm practicing or whatever I'm doing, actually I used to go to school with my kids. And I realized that my daughter was doing even better than I was doing, you know. So she started doing nails, hair, everything. Even when I was braiding, she helped me braid. And she was doing very well. So, for instance, I'm using this as an example. If you smoke in the house, you end up seeing your child smoking.
You know,
drinking, you end up seeing your children
talking about this, I want to say something.
Right.
You know, I remember when I was in school, I think I was in the either preparatory school or maybe elementary school. My father smokes a lot.
Okay.
And even though he doesn't smoke,
don't tell me,
you know, like he doesn't smoke like in the house. He go outside and smoke, and then when he's done, then he come home.
Right.
But then again, you can smell it.
Right. And you can get sick from that.
You know, and one time I was so aggravated. I was like, why is he doing this? You know? So I remember it was raining one day, and I saw him pull up a stick and ready to smoke because maybe the weather was chill a little bit, so he need to warm himself up.
Okay.
And I went behind me, I also pulled up a stick. And when I pull up a stick, no, my intention was like, because I want him to stop.
To stop, right.
So I also went to pull up a stick, and he was telling me, I can't do that, it's not good for me. I said, then if it is not good for me, then why are you doing it? Why are you? So it became an argument, even to the extent my mother even got involved. Because it became an argument between me and my father. Because he don't see the reason why I have to smoke.
Right.
And I say, I don't see the reason why you're smoking.
You're smoking.
And since then, trust me, that was the end of my dad.
That's a good psychology.
That was the end. That was the end of my dad smoking.
Wow.
I remember he took all the Pall Mall, the 5.5, the king size.
Yes.
And he took everything and he just threw them into the water.
Away.
Like he was like, that's it.
Were you his favorite son?
I am.
He doesn't want you to
know,
get spoiled.
I am, yeah. You know.
And then also maybe he was in an army, that's why.
I mean, my purpose was like, why is he smoking?
Right.
You know, why is he smoking? I understand, hey, no matter what, my mother loves him anyway. Probably my mother met him while he was smoking, so they were okay with it. But then again, me growing up at that time,
You didn't like
knowing
it.
that smoking is not good, even to the extent I even have a serious fight with my uncle. 99 days in Agege, when he came back from Nigeria.
Oh, wow, yeah.
You know, those times when the military rule was very strict.
Yeah.
And he tried to send me to go and buy him marijuana, and I refused not to go. So we live in a family house. And that day he was so mad because I just came from school.
Right.
And he was so mad that, who am I that he is sending me to go buy him? And I say, I'm not.
Go.
And those are the times that you can even be arrested because the military are always on the street.
Yeah.
And I told him I'm not going to go.
Right.
And he was so mad to the extent that it turned to a fight.
Wow.
Between me and my uncle, yes. It turned to a fight. My daddy came and said, you see, this is something that is going on in the family. And therefore, I want somebody to put a stop to it. And that really aggravated me to make my father stop smoking.
Right.
Because I said, then if everybody is smoking, then we are all entitled to smoke.
Right.
So when that day was raining, I remember the weather was cool. So I also pulled up a stick. I went to the room. I know where he had his stuff. I went to the room, opened another packet. I came outside. I pulled it up. And he looked at me like, what are you doing? Yeah. I said, the same thing you're doing too. The weather is cool today. We all need to warm up. You know? So like you're saying, the things that you practice at home, the children see it. They also practice it.
Yeah.
If you're a gossiper at home, trust me, your children will be a gossipers.
That's right.
Can I say that?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's true.
Yeah.
They learn.
Yeah.
They hear everything. You fight and everything, they go out, they will fight. Unless Holy Spirit is with you, you know, other than that.
So those are the effects that really come on them.
Yeah, most of the time.
The things they see around them at home. What the parents do.
Yeah, they copy.
How they relate. They copy all those things.
They copy big time. You know. And then also I have about 7 courses and effects here.
Okay.
Number 1, and that's one that I was so scared. That is toxic.
Scared to see it or scared to?
I mean, when I was reading.
Oh, okay.
I got
You
scared.
first some sensation.
Yeah,
okay.
I felt sensation. Toxic relationships. But number 1 that I would say is lack of trust. If you don't show them love and affection, they lack trust in you. They
lack trust in you if you don't show them love.
They feel unstable around you.
Okay.
And then also they have some kind of poor emotional intelligence. You know, they also they have some kind of fear and failure because they think that you don't love them, so maybe there's something about them that makes you not to love them. So every time you are around, some kind of fear is around them. You know, and that's what causes them to go outside because when I'm home, I'm not comfortable, I'm not stable. So then maybe outside,
I'll be more accepted outside than being home.
Yes, they feel pessimistic.
Yeah.
Right. So sometimes, you know, when they are outside, they get attached to the people outside more than the
being
parent.
home.
Yes. So if, as you know, what I'm doing,
Right.
there are lots of secrets that they share with me that the parents won't know.
Because they are getting more attached to you than their own parents.
Yes. And it's like that in schools too. Do you know this country, children can get pregnant and go and cause abortion in Planned Parenthood without the parents know?
Say that again. At what age?
At what age?
Because I don't see myself being a doctor and I see an 18-year-old coming to me, say, I want to abort a baby.
That is
and
why...
then I'll say, okay, it is yes for me. Let me just go ahead and do a procedure for you.
Yes, that's
so
why...
at what age?
That's why a lot of people are against Planned Parenthood.
Okay.
Because the guardian counselors counsel them and they do. I mean, I've had children, all my children were grown, you know, in America. So going through primary, middle, high school, and college, at least I knew a little bit of things. Okay. And as I was going through parental meetings and stuff,
right,
that's one thing that I learned.
Okay.
That they can do those things in school for them without telling the parents.
But is it right?
It's not right. But you're African, that's why
but
you're saying it's not right.
Can someone be held responsible for doing that?
And
can the authorities get involved and get someone responsible, being held responsible? Because I don't know how a child can come to you as a doctor or even in school and tell you I'm pregnant
because
and I need to get rid of it, and then it is okay without the consent of the parents? The
parents, yep. Yes. When we finish, find out.
Viewers, it's getting dicey here. Evangelist is bringing up things here tonight. We will be coming back. Don't go nowhere. Stay right tuned. Please share the video, subscribe on YouTube, and we'll be right back.
Experience an atmosphere of worship, pure worship, with Nana Osei, the Worshipers album launch award-winning on April 14, 2019. Courtesy BB Events and HGMP at 3 p.m. sharp at Tomrick Hotel East Lake on Accra, Ghana. Special performances: Randy Ajimai, Pastor Isaiah, Sissy Chum, Reverend Mary Gensa, SP Kofi Sapong, Francis Amu, Ohima Messi, and Stacey Amawoyi, author of The King's Choice. For more information, call 0263-159-382 or 0203-299-538. This is an event you don't want to miss. See you there.
Help me sing.
Thank you for staying tuned with us. Let me just take this opportunity to acknowledge some of our viewers that are watching with us. They are always on watching and listening to us. Imam Ansari, thank you for watching. Hey, Colin Sefa, Junior Landlord, thank you for watching. Boy, thank you for watching with us. My own cousin Godfrey Chagley, thank you so much for watching. Miguel Baez, thank you for watching. Ingosra Bismarck, I said God bless you, Mom. All the way from Ghana, God bless you. Florence Ngobe is watching. And I have Bruce Brown. Oh, man of God, I salute you. God bless you for watching. Funke, all the way from California. Thank you so much for tuning in with us. Marilyn Shite, thank you for watching. God bless you. Ijatuba, God bless you for watching. Orlando Castillo, thank you for watching. Pato Kansi, Lady Reverend, God bless you. Thank you for watching. Shona Morgan Smith, a big high five to you. Thank you for watching. Abraham, the only one prophet in town, no size. Thank you for watching. You are welcome. It's a great word. Reverend Dr. Ipiananeji is also watching with that. Jifa Zila is also watching. We'll be coming back and acknowledging the rest of the people. So, Evangelist, we were talking about the cause of effect of feeling unloved about the children, and you gave 2. You say you have 7.
Okay.
So let's hear the other ones before, because I don't want us to divert and go into the pregnancy thing with children being, go through that process without the consent of the parents. I don't want us to. So let's focus on this one. Maybe that would be another topic of discussion. We can,
this is a lot.
I
guess maybe
we're gonna go deep into that. We'll find out and go. And I want to know why, if a doctor will allow that, without the consent of a parent.
They do.
As a young adult, without the consent of the parent, for them to get rid of a pregnancy.
Without the parents' knowledge.
Wow.
They do. And for me, when my daughter was in middle school, I went to the school, and I'll say this in my language.
Let's go back to the effects. Let's go back to the effects.
Okay.
Let's go back to the effects.
Okay, I said fear of failure, right?
Fear of failure.
Yes.
So when they see, because of their unloved, when they see the parent, there's a fear.
There's a fear, and they never develop healthy sense of self-worth. And that's what I'm saying. It makes them feel like they are not worth of being around you as a parent. So that's when they go out and look for some kind of
acceptance
love. Yes, acceptance outside. And then also poor emotional intelligence. Help them to. So
meaning that affect them in their mental health.
That state, yes. It makes them feel emotional all the time. If you have noticed, certain kids, sometimes they stay in their room, eat in their room and all that. They are not getting some kind of affection that they want to get, especially if they are teenage, like middle school, high school, high school, beginning of high school, first year, second year to third year,
But sometimes, don't you also think that they like to spend more time on their games? That takes them away from
the games is different, but if you study them, when they start doing that thing, apart from boyfriend and girlfriend disappointment thing, one of the greater things that make them go emotional is boyfriend and girlfriend. That's different. But we're talking about home, parent, right? Sometimes they feel rejected. If you don't give them more affection and love, they feel rejected, okay? And you see them being reserved all the time. They stay in their room, eating in their room, doing everything in their room. You call them to come out, they don't want to come out.
And sometimes you'll be surprised before you realize they have babies in their rooms. You don't even, as a parent, you don't know.
That I don't.
Yeah, because if they are staying in their room and they don't come out and,
they're angry at themselves.
Wow.
Yeah. And then also lack of trust. That one I said it. Okay. And then the one that I was talking about, toxic relationships.
Right.
I read something, let me read it. The human brain learns primarily through association and pattern recognition. In psychology and cognitive neuroscience, pattern recognition is a cognitive process that matches information from stimulus. The information retrieved from the memory. So that is what we were talking about from the childhood
The skin to skin relationship.
And the relationship and love and stuff. So when they become attached to you, and the love and everything enter into their head, you know. So when you begin to push them away, they remember what you have been doing for them before. So then they start thinking about, why is she pushing me away? Why is she not getting me closer to him or her? Father, this is about parents. It's not mother, it's not only father.
Okay.
You know, why is he not being closer to me like before? So when they start thinking about all those things, psychologically, it starts affecting them.
Okay. Saying that, let me ask you a question. So assuming my child has been granted scholarship.
Right.
Let's assume it by maybe a corporation, Google. And they say your son is going to be out of sight, meaning out of your jurisdiction. And we're taking him to maybe somewhere out of the country for 2 years or 3 years. Does that also have an impact of the feeling unloved? Because the mother is not there, the father is not there. Do they feel that kind of impact among themselves? Like, I've been here for 3 years, I haven't seen my mother, my father is not here, my parents are not here. So am I being loved or I'm not loved?
Well, that's for a good cause.
Okay.
The child knows that he's going away for school.
Okay.
So he knows the reason why he's leaving the home.
Okay.
And before he goes, there's a talk and everything by the parents. And if there's a chance for the parents to visit, the parents will visit.
Okay.
And those who goes to secondary school, for me, I went to training college, but those who goes to secondary school, if they will tell the truth, I think the first year, most of them cry a lot in school for leaving their parents. And then gradually they get adjusted to the school.
As time goes on.
As time goes on. So even though he may be feeling homesick, we call it homesick.
Right.
But then because it's a good course, they will try to adjust. And like phone calls, and before it was letter, you know, you get the letter from somebody, you are happy and everything. Even those of us who travel from home to here, you feel you miss your people. And in those times when I first came here in 1999, phone calls were, if you want to call 5 minutes, you spend about $20. Right. So when you get a letter from somebody and you read, you feel so happy.
Okay.
So there are other things that you can do for your child to still send pictures, you know, for them to feel you. When my children were going to Ghana, I gave them my pictures.
Technology has advanced.
Right. So you can talk with the child.
Video to video. FaceTime.
Video to video.
Video chat.
Right. So that one is different. He will miss you, but still, we're talking about voluntarily or involuntarily how you make the children feel like you've neglected them.
Okay.
You understand? It's not your intention to neglect them, but because of leaving home too much, they obviously think that you've neglected them. But to you are not neglecting the child.
So in this course, do this happen when father and mother are there, or it happens at a single parental home?
That is the good question. Most of the time, with my experience, it happens, you know, it happens when both parents are home and there's so much affliction going on in the house.
Okay.
There's so much challenges are going on in the house. The children feel, because when these things are happening, parents, we become so selfish, we intend to forget that the children are around. And sometimes, especially women, we bring all our frustration on the children. Even if the child has not done anything, come and see how we beat the child.
So why do you do that? I mean,
why do we do that? It's human nature. When the women get frustrated, if they don't go straight to the husband, they bring their frustration on the children. I've seen a couple, young couple, this country, that I had to step in and tell them, if you don't stop the way you are beating that child, I'll report you. The man is angry with the woman is angry with the husband. So they have a child, one child, and every day they are beating the child.
So they bring their frustration. Is the child the cause of what they are going through?
The child don't listen. The child don't listen. But when I studied it, you know, I stepped in and I said, the problem is not the child. The problem is you too. You are not doing what you're supposed to do. That's why you think the child is a bad child. But this child is very intelligent, very good. And
sometimes some children can be very stubborn too. Because
the child was stubborn.
Mommy and daddy want to be on the bed, the child will jump in between them. So maybe they frustrate. That's where the frustration is coming from. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching us. Share the video, share your thoughts. Thank you so much. Ibrahim Mada, all the way from London. God bless you for tuning in. Florence is so true. I don't know which one is that. Princess Valmami is also watching with us. Thank you so much. I'm going to show a clip. I'm going to show a clip of some of the things that happens without the supervision,
right,
you know, of the parents on their, you know, a young girl who got impregnated by his own stepbrother.
That little,
you know. So program manager, can you please show us that, you know, because these are some of the things that happens without the supervision of the parents.
Yeah.
You know, I want us to see that this clip if we have it there. This young teenage girl got impregnated by his own stepbrother. It is something else, you know.
Yeah.
It is something else, and I want our viewers to see it.
My friend was saying,
yeah,
how can this be?
They are seen as a nuisance all over the streets, chasing after vehicles for money to survive. Some of these children are here by choice.
I've been to school. I was in Form 1 when I forget about school.
Why did you forget about school?
Me and my teacher get one grudge. That's why I forget the school.
Many others are on the streets as a result of circumstances through no fault of theirs. One of such children is Hakim. Hakim is a 13-year-old boy. I first met him on August 13, 2018 at about 10:15 p.m. at a traffic intersection at the 37 Military Hospital in Accra. Hakim identified me as a newscaster. I took this picture.
So viewers, I want us to take a look at a picture that we found that a young teenage girl got impregnated by his own stepbrother.
If it's true, then it's terrible.
I mean, these are some of the things that are happening out there, and they are very, very devastating. So frustrating that we're seeing this youth out there. You know, one thing I realize we keep saying, and I hear most people, and including probably me, I could be a gang leader or ring leader for that. I hear that we've been saying that the youth and the young adults are the future generation. For me, I think that they are not the future generation. They are now that we have to get them into the movement.
That's right.
They are now that we don't wait for the future. We have to get them now into the movement. Okay. This is the time that we need them. Yeah. This is the time.
But what they are trying to say is that when we are not there, they are the one going to replace us.
So if we are not there and we don't get them into it now what are they going to do? So that is where we have to get them involved. Yes. So that when we are not there, then they take over. Can we have the picture? Okay, this is the picture we have. 11-year-old girl was impregnated by her stepbrother.
That's what they said.
And she delivered safely. Keep your eyes open to your children.
How can this be?
How did that baby came out?
Oh, Jesus.
This world is turning to something else. These are some of the things we are talking about here. So is this related to some of the things we are talking about in the school system where doctors can just abort a baby without the parent consent as an age 11-year-old child like this?
If it's here.
Wow.
What they do is they made the guardian counselor talk to the child. But they made the guardian counselor talk to the child. And then they asked the child, do you want the parents to know? So it's the child's decision to say yes or no. But most of the time, they are afraid.
Wow.
So obviously, they're going to say no. Yeah. And they will do it successfully.
That is something else.
So what do you think people are against Planned
But then again, look like this 11-year-old. I mean, no matter what the situation, don't you think the parents have to be aware? They have to be informed?
That's what I'm saying. I went to the school and said,
That's Hebrew Greek. If you don't know and you do this to my child. Wow. Thank you for joining, Lydia Otuampa. Thank you for joining, Fatima. Thank you for joining. Now we're going to show you a clip. Now this is a video. A young guy who is on the street. And these are the things we want to bring. We want to get the children, the young adult and the youth from the street. You know, bring them up and give them something productive to do. Get them involved into something that will motivate them, because most of them have unique talent and gift in them. Yeah. That they can like they can just come up and do stuff that will blow your mind. Than just being on the street. Yeah. Just being on the street and selling at night. Yeah. Where are the parents? Where are they? Is it all because of money?
Poverty. And so sometimes some of them feel bad to see their parents suffering. So they want to do whatever they want to do to also, maybe get money to take care of the parents, because maybe there's no father in and the mother don't have anything, or maybe the mother is sick, or there's no father, or the father is dead. So they can't just sit there. It's just like the 4 lepers. Should we sit here and die? You know? So they just take off and just do whatever they want to do to make a living. And it's really sad. And this is some of the things that the government's supposed to keep their eye on it. And it's so sad, very sad. Especially third world country, they don't care about these people. They care about themselves. All of them are living in luxurious way, and they don't care about all the children sleeping on the streets, walking around. They don't care. One person in the politics has about 3 or 4 cars or 10 cars, and they have big mansions and all those things. They don't care about the people. So all the politics and everything, they do it for their own good.
Then again, the youth have to be awakened.
They have to be awakened.
Because they come into you, go do this go campaign for them, go do this for them, and all those kind of things. At the
After
end of the
they
day,
win, they don't hear from them.
So this is where I believe the community have to rise up. The government has to step up. That they have to be a place of where is to station where they can pick up young adults from the street, instead of them put them on the street, put them into a place, let them, some people are very handy, very, very handy. If you sit down with them and talk to them, you can tell what they can do. So if the person is very good in carpentry, put them into that field and let that person begin to build something.
Yeah.
You know, if the person is very good in, you know, mechanism, put him there and let him begin. So I think this is where the society and the government and the leaders have to come in so that we can avoid such things that are happening. Program director, can we have the video? Can we watch?
They are seen as a nuisance all over the streets, chasing after vehicles for money to survive. Some of these children are here by choice.
I've been to school. I was in Form 1 when I forget about school.
Why did you forget about school?
Me and my teacher get one grudge. That's why I forget the school.
Many others are on the streets as a result of circumstances through no fault of theirs. One of such children is Hakim. Hakim is a 13-year-old boy. I first met him on August 13, 2018 at about 10:15 p.m. at a traffic intersection at the 37 Military Hospital in Accra. Hakim identified me as a newscaster. I took this picture with him that day. On the 18th of October 2018, I met Hakim's friends at the same spot I first met him and asked to see him. This is what I was told.
Hakim, why? Go China. Why I didn't call China? Bruh.
I drove off in doubt whether to believe what I had been told or not. As the weeks went by and there was no sight of Hakim, the worry and anxiety grew. The inquiries and search for Hakim continued until January 25, when I met his friend, who informed me that Hakim had returned from his trip to China. I requested a meeting with him to find out how he ended up in China. After waiting for some 5 minutes, Hakim came around. We want to find out exactly where he has been and if indeed he traveled to China. Hakim, I'm happy to see you. So I asked of you from your friends and they said you had traveled to China. Is it really true?
Yes, it's very true.
You traveled to China?
Yes.
How did you get there? Or who took you to China?
The whole thing started when a man there who took us to school, just at Airport Police Basic School, CND. In the school, when the headmistress said the Stanbic Bank at Accra, Stanbic Heights, they brought a letter to her that there's going to be an essay competition, so that there is just taking one student out of one school in the whole Ghana. So they chose our school because it's near to the school. So we wrote the essay that I got to win. The essay was about what you'll be in future and how to achieve it.
So what did you write?
I wrote I wanted to be a pilot.
To be a pilot?
Yes. And I wrote like things to achieve it. Like I have to learn about aeronautics and go to a nautical school and other things.
So tell me about your experience in China. What happened there?
My experience in China, like landed at Guangzhou in China. In Guangzhou, the destination was Beijing. So we took another local flight from Guangzhou to Beijing. So when we landed at Beijing, and the Ghanaians there who came to take us to the hotel where we were staying. So every day we go out around we just tour around the city.
Hakim leads me to where they spend the night and the dangers they're exposed to. It's about midnight now. This is the airport city, dotted with high-rise buildings. These children sleep on cardboards by the roadside. Everyone who drives by wouldn't miss their presence in the early hours of the morning. Our independent checks confirm Hakim's story that he indeed won the essay contest and traveled to China, as he narrated. We were welcomed by the headmistress of the school.
It was an NGO who brought him here. And when he came, he was not having any place to sleep, actually. But they brought him here for me to assist them. He came, he was doing well in school, but the problem is that they have nowhere to sleep. So from school, they go back to the streets. And last academic year, before vacation, I got a message from Stanbic Heights that they have this scholarship project that they are doing. They asked me to allow 2 of my students to write an essay on what they want to do in future. So he brought it. When I read through it, I realized that this boy has a potential. But when I sent it to the Stanbic Heights, the following day they called and said that Hakeem has won the competition, so he will be going to China. So, in fact, I was happy for him, but he was not happy because he had nothing to wear to China. This guy came back and he brought his report to me. But after that was the end. The boy will come today, tomorrow won't come because he has nowhere to sleep. And even what to eat has become a problem.
Just when we were getting ready to leave the school, Hakeem arrived in the company of his friends. On a day he has no food to eat, he doesn't go to school. He spends his day cleaning the screens of vehicles, hoping to get some money to save for the next day. Until help comes, the dream of Hakeem to be a pilot is fast fading out. Alfred Okanse, TV3 News.
Thank you for watching with us. This is hidden talent that was going to be wasted. I mean, so much hidden that was just going to go to waste. Thank God for someone taking the initiative. And this is exactly what we are calling everyone to support this purpose. We want to bring out the young and the youth from the streets, home and abroad, wherever. We want to bring them out, take them from the street. So please support us in any way so that we can make this thing possible. Support us in any way we can make these things possible. By the end of the program, there will be information, phone numbers to call and contact, and any way you want to support, you can call that number and someone will speak to you and give you the direction and how to go about it. Evangelist, watching this video, tell me.
I can't even talk. Oh boy.
What do you feel? How do you feel about this, watching this clip?
Very sad.
Very sad.
Very sad. Gosh.
This is where Evangelist has been around and she's been traveling. Very soon she's going to be traveling again, trying to get the young adults and the youth together, supporting them. Please do as much as possible to support this mission. Support her. Call and let us know how you want to support, and we will give you the direction and how this will be done. Evangelist, our time is almost up, but let me ask you 3 things. Let me ask you 3 things.
Yeah.
I know dealing with youth and adults is very easy. It's very, very easy. So let me ask you, give me 3 reactions. Give me 3 reactions of the things you hear from people when you tell them you are working with youth and young adults. 3.
3?
Yes. The reactions of people.
The reactions?
Yes.
Positive or negative?
It could, whatever, any reaction. Just.
Okay. Most of the time people say, oh, wow, you are doing a great job.
Okay.
Some people said, oh, wow, they are really hard to work with because they are very rude. And then some people said that to work with them, you've really done well. You see, to my surprise, the only people that give me negative reaction are pastors.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Men of God.
Men of God, yes. I won't lie to you.
They give you negative reactions?
Yes.
And what do they say?
Some.
Some?
No, yeah.
Okay. And what do they say?
One pastor came to me and said, now you for Juba over here, and I said, they be here.
So meaning that what?
Meaning I will always be poor because I want to work with you. What do they have to offer me in terms of finances? He said the youth don't have money to give me, so why did I choose to work with youth?
I'm sorry to hear that. Probably the pastor doesn't have any children. Excuse me to say that.
I was shocked too.
So soon, our time is up. I think we will continue next week.
Yeah.
There are so many topics that we've never tackled because it's so much talking about dealing with. I mean, this is heartbreaking for a pastor to tell you if you are working with the youth, then you'll be broke forever. You'll be poor forever in your life. I mean, this is heartbreaking.
And not ordinary person is a pastor.
And you see that is the you see how you also put it. Not ordinary person, it's a pastor.
How do you want to say?
Viewers, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for joining us. Please continue to share the video. Let's spread the word out. Subscribe on YouTube, Back TV Live and Stream. On Facebook, like the page and share your comments. We'll be answering your comments. Whatever you put out there, we'll be commenting on it. We'll be giving you answers to every thought you give us. And please. Please, there will be a phone number at the end of this program. Please write those phone numbers down. Please, if we are pleading this summer, we want to have a big event for the young and the youth. We want the young adult and the youth. We want to have a program for them. We want to let them feel that they also belong.
Yes.
We want to let them feel they belong. We should not leave them idle, reject them, and abandon them. Somebody is not doing it. We can do it. We can make a difference in their life. We can change their status of life. And God will richly bless you. Evangelist, Evangelist, look into that camera.
Okay. Parents, I want to say this. Your words sow seeds in your children's hearts. From those seeds springs up either confidence or uncertainty, dignity or dishonor, worth or worthlessness. Your words create the beginning of their life stories. Parents, and they will carry this with them always. So be careful to choose your words that you use for your children. Try to encourage them by giving them words of praises and through choices that you give to them, at least, give them tangible or intangible incentives for academic achievements, and then also showing them a positive outlook. Always make them feel that you love them. Make it a priority of showing them love every day. For me to start studying this over and over again, I've begun to show more love to my children, more better than before. Because, before, when I got angry with their father, I brought it on them. Sometimes I beat up my daughter, even if she hasn't done anything serious. And it's all because of frustration. And I know a lot of parents are doing that. So we need to stop that. We need to stop being selfish and think about the children, their well-being, and their future.
Amen. God bless you. Pastor Vincent, thank you for joining us. God richly bless you. For all our viewers, thank you for staying tuned with us. Every Friday here, our live stream, Back TV, Real Time with AB at 7:30. Please, every Friday we are here, and we are still dealing with the topic of the youth and the young adult. What can we do? What can we do to make an impact in their life? And God will richly bless you. Stay tuned, same time next week. Bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.